Too bad. Even the sting of such a small creature can prove deadly. Ah, life-giving water, nectar of the gods. Graham can now feel strength and renewal flowing through him. Uh-oh. A picked clean and sun-bleached skeleton lies in the sand of the hot, dry desert. What happened? Who can say? But it makes Graham uneasy nevertheless. An old shoe lies forgotten near the poor skeleton. The scorching sun burns down on the dry desert as Graham struggles through the hot sand. He looks around, but all he can see is more desert. An old Uneasily, Graham reaches down and removes the old shoe from the desert sand. Graham can't do much to help the poor man now, and vice versa. The hot sun and choking sands are taking their toll on Graham. Ah, life-giving water, nectar of the gods. Graham can now feel strength and renewal flowing through him. Looming majestically before him, the massive temple door beckons tantalizingly to Graham.
Open Sesame!
The temple door won't open. Perhaps there's something missing. Carved into the rocky cliffs, an ancient temple towers above Graham as he surveys its ornate columns and friezes. Stone statues of Pegasus seem to guard the old crumbling temple. From across the desert sands, Graham can hear the sound of approaching hoofbeats.
A spy! Get him!
Never trust a bad guy, Graham.
Open sesame!
Ah, life-giving water, nectar of the gods. Graham can now feel strength and renewal flowing through him. The hot sun and choking sands are taking their toll on Graham. He must drink. Too late. Graham collapses and dies of extreme thirst in the hot desert sun. If only he could have found an oasis. Dying for a drink, Graham? Ah, life-giving water, nectar of the gods. Graham can now feel strength and renewal flowing through him. All around him, Graham sees nothing but more desert. How much farther can he go on? Thankfully, though, a nearby pool of water can relieve Graham's overwhelming thirst. Ah, life-giving water, nectar of the gods. Graham can now feel strength and renewal flowing through him. The campfire, all but forgotten, has been reduced to a pile of glowing embers. There doesn't seem to be any activity within the smaller tent. There doesn't seem to be any The bandits' horses rest in the desert sun, while their unsavory owners revel within the large tent. A beautiful harem girl belly dances for the merrymaking bandits within the larger tent. Overhearing loud music and drunken laughter from within the larger tent, Graham guesses the bandits must be celebrating their latest plunder. Phew! Holding his nose against the drunken bandit's pungent odor, Graham quickly searches him, but doesn't find anything of importance.
An intruder!
That wasn't a very smart move, Graham. A lone camel waits near the large tent while its owner celebrates inside. The bandits would notice if the camel was disturbed. Disturbing the horses would be very unwise at this time. Assorted odds and ends clutter the inside of this small tent, while upon a lovely carpet sleeps another of the despicable renegades. Assorted odds and ends clutter the inside of this small tent, while upon a lovely carpet sleeps another of the despicable renegades. Snoring loudly upon a beautiful carpet lies a sleeping bandit. A jeweled staff leaning against the back of the tent catches Graham's interest. Graham should avoid the bandit at all costs.
Who are you? A spy!
That wasn't a very smart move for... Taking care to be very quiet, Graham reaches out and takes the staff into his possession. Ah, life-giving water, nectar of the gods. Graham can now feel strength and renewal flowing through him.
Open sesame! Oh no! The staff broke.
Treasure piled everywhere. The sparkling brilliance of it overwhelms Graham as he peers around the temple's dim interior. Near the temple door sits an old, tarnished brass bottle. A single gold coin, separated from the rest of the treasure, lies on the floor near the door. Hurry! The exit door is about to close. Oh my! Look at all this treasure! Cheer up, Graham. At least you can practice your game of tiddlywinks.
Open sesame! Oh no! The staff broke.
Bending down, Graham hurriedly picks up the gold coin from the temple floor. Quickly, Graham grabs the old brass bottle.
That was close.
The staff is broken and is of no use anymore. Ah, life-giving water, nectar of the gods. Graham can now feel strength and renewal flowing through him. Ah, life-giving water, nectar of the gods.
Well, there you are. I was just starting to get concerned. Don't worry about me, Cedric. I'm used to this kind of thing.
It is a shiny gold coin. The sullen man doesn't appear to be the conversational sort.
It will cost you 1 gold coin to see Madamushka. You may see Madamushka now.
Warning, this cartoon contains material.
So, you are here to see Marimushka, no? Well, come closer. Sit down. I will tell you your fortune. Already I can tell that you are on a quest of great urgency. We will see what we can find out for you. Look, Kingram. Look into the crystal ball.
Look, Mananan, look what I have for you. Take a good look at what you did to my brother, Alexander. Because of you, he's doomed to spend the rest of his days as a cat, and there's nothing I can do about it. But you can do something about it. Since you're the one that did this to him, you're the only one who can turn him back again. Back to the wizard Mananan.
Alexander!
I don't know how, Mordak. I'm not a wizard. I just happened to stumble across a magic spell that accidentally turned your brother into a cat. I didn't mean it. Please believe me, Mordak. I don't know how to turn him back into a wizard.
You're holding out on me, little man. You're taking advantage of my good nature, but not for long. If I don't get a change of tune from you soon, I'll feed your family to the cat, starting with your dear mother. Remember what I said. I'll only give you a little more time to decide before your family becomes cat food.
That is all. But I see that your mission is very dangerous indeed. I will give you something to help you. Here, wear this. It is a magic amulet. It will protect you against all but the most powerful magic. Good luck, King Ram. Be careful. That Mordak is a bad one.
Thank you, Madam Mushka. Madam Mushka.
The amulet is attached to a soft leather thong. The magic amulet begins to glow softly as Graham slips it over his head. He then carefully tucks the amulet into the front of his tunic, hiding it from sight. Graham watches with surprise as a contingent of ants marches into the haystack and begins to swarm through it.
I'm glad to see there was a way that we could be of help to you. Look here. We found a golden needle in the haystack. I'd like to present it to you. Perhaps you can find a use for it.
Why, thank you, King Antony. I'm honored.
Good luck in your travels, King Graham. And be careful.
What a wonderful bluebird! It could almost make Graham happy again if it wasn't for his family. Graham feels the eyes of many creatures upon him as he follows a meandering path through the thick wood. Upon a fallen log sits a dashing young prince who looks very sad and confused.
Excuse me, young man. Sorry to bother you, but I couldn't help but notice you sitting there on that log. I was wondering if there was anything wrong.
Why, yes. As a matter of fact, there is. I've been searching everywhere for my fiancée. She's a beautiful princess with long golden tresses, fetching blue eyes, and smooth creamy skin. Have you seen her anywhere about?
No, sorry, I haven't seen anyone like that.
That's what I figured. No one has seen her. I bet that a witch who lives in the dark forest had something to do with her disappearance.
I'll keep an eye out for her. If I see her, I'll let her know you're looking for her.
I would appreciate that. Well, I guess I'd better get back to looking for her. I'm not ever going to find her just sitting around here. Thanks for your concern.
An old hollow log lies in a small clearing before the gloomy forest. The old log doesn't look interesting enough to bother with.
Back to the east is Crispin's house.
The wide dirt path ends at a crude warning sign placed before an ominous-looking forest. Beyond the sign, the path narrows to nothing more than a root and snarled trail.
Oh, no. Oh, I'm not going in there. Can't you read the sign?
Come on, Cedric. There might be something important in here.
Go if you want to. I'll wait here.
Numerous roots, rocks, and ruts choke the narrow forest path, which branches either to the right or to the left. In snarling roots, creeping vines, decaying logs, twisted, gnarled trees, the close feeling of the gloomy forest quickly overwhelms Graham. It seems to Graham that there is an unusually large number of toads in this forest. To Graham's great relief, it appears that the witch's magic has been stopped by the amulet he is wearing, just as Madame Mushka said it would. Graham is already wearing...
What are you doing in my forest, young man? Don't you know you're trespassing?
Oh, I didn't know this was a private forest. Do you own it?
Of course I own it. It's mine.
I don't think you need to know. Now tell...
I'll never...
We'll see about...
Mumbling and muttering to herself, the ugly old... Graham is already wearing the amulet around... Unseen eyes seem to watch Graham as he stumbles confusedly through the thick maze of the gloomy forest. A path, tangled with roots and vines, leads to the north and east through the dense foliage of... A large, rock-like creature blocks further passage to the west. Strange plants and animals inhabit this dark and dreary place, while thin rays of sunlight barely break the surface of the forest's thick foliage. Strange plants and animals. To Graham's great relief, even though the old witch is now powerless to inflict her evil magic on Graham, Graham also finds himself powerless to do anything about her. Even though the old... Mumbling and muttering to herself, the ugly old hag refuses to indulge in any further conversation with Graham.
Ah, freedom at last! Now you spend the next 500 years in a bottle.
Though she may look like
What are you doing in my forest, young man? Don't you know you're trespassing?
Oh, I didn't know this was a private forest. Do you own it?
Of course I own it. It's mine. And what did you do to my magic?
I don't think you need to know. Now tell me something. How does one leave this confusing forest?
I'll never tell. I'm afraid you're stuck, dearie. Now you're my prisoner.
We'll see about that.
Yes, won't we?
Mumbling and muttering to herself, the ugly old hag refuses to indulge in any further conversation with Graham.
Ah, freedom at last! Now you spend the next 500 years in a bottle.
A grotesque bridge of rib-like bones crosses the hot crevasse where a path continues to the front door of the odd little house. The old witch's house has been crudely fashioned from an old tree trunk and salvaged stone. Being cold and creepy, Graham finds he would just as soon hurry up and leave. Graham spies a small drawer built into the trunk of a tree, which pokes awkwardly through the wall of the house. A small leather pouch is tucked away in the drawer. Graham reaches the drawer and removes the leather pouch. The small leather pouch is drawn tightly closed. Upon opening the leather pouch, Graham discovers 3 sparkling emeralds. A small, intricate spinning wheel is put away in the trunk. Reaching a hand into the trunk, Graham retrieves the small spinning wheel. The trunk is now empty. The winding steps are much too narrow for Graham to ever fit through. What's this? Why, it's a little key. A small door built into the trunk of a large twisted tree catches Graham's attention. A slimy path leads from the forest floor up to the base of a large misshapen tree. Graham finds that the little key fits perfectly in this lock. Graham is charmed to find a little golden heart inside the door of the twisted old tree. Reaching into the little door of the tree, Graham extracts the little golden heart.